All right, am I live already? Waiting. Okay, we're waiting. Let me hear the volume. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. It's your boy, the Climb to One, the absolute worst YouTube streamer known to mankind, who never even knows if he is live or not. Didn't you just do a video? Yes, but I was noticing something. We're going to call it the NVDA Daily Dip. Look how wild. This is a 1 month chart. Look how wild my chart is. Boom, big gap. Boom, big drop. Big drop. Yeah, kind of big drop. Big drop and another big drop. Oh, big drop. We big drop. Big. Now look, I'm not complaining about prices going down because on the month I'm up $116.94. Do not confuse what this video is about. This is not a complain fest about the volatility and how price go down. Because as we see, price go up. I am happy. I am doing very well. Thank you very much. We are not complaining here. What I've noticed is when these huge dips are happening, generally speaking, not all of these are also portfolio wide, remember? I would notice over here that while YBIT stayed kind of consistent on the call, this thing would go from, oh, we're $8 up or we're $12 down to 240 down. And I'm like, what is going on? And that would correspond, obviously, with a dip in the NVDY price because these are completely connected, right? So I was like, huh. But then I would notice that everything would correct within like 30 minutes to an hour generally. So I would go from, oh, look, we're doing okay to, and then I'm like, oh, what the hell just happened? But invariably, over the course of the next couple of hours, it would write itself up. So I was like, well, what's going on here? This is what's going on here. And I don't know why. Because on ex-dividend date, I would get it. On the Wednesday of the week that NVDY is paying, this would always make sense to me. Okay? We ticked up at 705. This is pre-market right here, okay? So we were flat on the overnight, 23.90. We ticked up on the overnight, or on the pre-market, to 23.95. And then we just jumped off a cliff. Well, let's pull it out weekly. 8 a.m. So remember, pre-market stops at 8 a.m. Market starts at 8 a.m. or 8:30, one of the two. So we see 8. Okay, we got to tick up this time. But then almost instantly, boom, by 11, we're down at 24.41. Okay? Big drop. Okay, well, what time? This is in the PM and now 2, 3, 4 a.m. Oh, look, we had a big drop here. This is all pre-market. Okay. So you could have got a good deal on the pre-market. 8 a.m. We've ticked up just a little, not from 7, but from 6, right? We're still up from 6, 8 a.m. Okay, a little tick down on 9. Boom. Big tick down on 10. Okay, well, what's this? 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Here's one where it doesn't completely follow the rule, right? We don't get an instant drop. In fact, we get an instant spike. And we're off to the races and we're happy. Wait for it. Boom. Just spent most of the day dropping like it's hot, okay? Wow. And then we come through here, 8 a.m. Okay, a small tick up, yes. Boom. This was 8, 23.67, 23.49, another savings. Okay, here's one where the overnight is cresting if you're looking to buy in your favor all night long. 7 o'clock, getting close. 8 o'clock, hey, we're still dipping. We're still on the dip train. And then, even if you waited for the bounce, at 11, you dipped even further down, 23.58. Well, let's look here. 3 a.m., 8 a.m. We clipped up right before the 8 a.m., and then the 8 a.m. put us directly into a drop. Now, overall, we are down $1.23 per share on the past week. How are we on the month? We are down 242 on the month. NVDY has been on a slow decline. That's fine. We're not that worried about that. NVDA has been one of the best payers, top two. It's NVDA and Misty for total return. So that means that not only has it paid well on the dividends, it has managed to mostly be up, as the 3-month chart will show you. It's up 51 cents on the 3-month. It's up $1.01 on the year to date. Yes, we're in a little decline right now. Not being alarmist. This is not me complaining about the current dip. This is me saying, if you're going to buy currently, okay, while you do get some good deals on the overnight, probably wait for 8 a.m. And if it goes down, buy on the down. If it goes up, just wait for it to go up. Every single time this last week it's gone up after 8, that has usually happened. Like the uprise is done by 9 if it has an uptick, and then all the uprises are followed by bigger downfalls this week. Okay? And then even here, where it just goes straight into a fall, you might not just want to buy directly at 9. You might want to wait. Just see it. Or maybe you buy some here and then you wait and then you spend the rest of the money that you have available here. All I'm trying to say with this video is I see a pattern almost every morning with NVDA. And since NVDA is the most expensive stock I own with 100 shares of, Misty is more expensive, but I own more NVDY, I see the bigger swings in the overall portfolio. That is what drew me to this. That is what caught my attention for me to hone in and say, where is this happening? Why is this happening? This is happening because of NVDY. And if you have available buying power, I currently do not, you can take advantage of what's happening between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. almost every single day with NVDY. This is a big one for you buy and holds, okay? Perfectly reasonable. I'm not against buy and hold. This right here, noticing the trends for the price dips that aren't always connected to the X date. Because if you can get the price dip before the X date, you get to get the dividends. If you're always buying after the X date, then you're waiting a whole month for that money to make you money. Because it's going to be a whole month until the next dividend, right? So understand that sometimes you can get a really good deal before the X dividend date. And often you want to wait the day after the X dividend date, because there's tends to be, not always, but tends to be a strong sell-off, dropping the price even lower. Okay? But when you see a trend like this, where consistently, sure, this was a 3 p.m. drop, but consistently you are seeing 8 a.m. drops. As soon as market opens, it just shoots down. You want to have your, let me show you how you do it. You just want to go ahead and wait, and you want to have your buy limit order for the price point you feel is reasonable for it to drop to, for however many shares you can afford. And you don't even have to market hours. You can 24 hours and set that out there. And whenever it hits your number that you're comfortable with, and you'll know about when it is because you know it does this on the daily, it's just going to pick up those shares for you. Okay? But this is just going over. I noticed it because there were big swings in the portfolio. And every time there were big swings, I would look over and this number would be doing something crazy with the NVDY $30 call. And if that's doing something crazy, it means something crazy is happening down here. So then I would look at that. And these two things were really upsetting me. They were, because every morning I'd wake up and I would be deep in the red, almost flirting with my margin status, right? With my margin buffer. Because if this is down 100 and this is down 150, that's 250 of my buffer. Guys, I'm only 227 up. That means I'm at risk of a margin call. Now, they wouldn't do it instantly. I would have time, okay? But then it would correct itself. And I'm like, okay, so this isn't a problem. It always corrects itself. But why does it always go down? Well, I don't know why it always goes down. I don't. I don't have the solution for that. But for some reason, when the pre-market closes and the market opens, NVDY tends to either drop instantly or catch a spike and drop within the next hour or two. So we're talking a window from like 8 to 10 for the drop to start. And then that drop can continue well beyond that. Sometimes 11, sometimes 2, or sometimes the drop ends and it starts its recovery. Okay, and a lot of people see the dip and start buying, and buying creates upward pressure, raising the price. Okay, so now you know when the window for sellers is a lot of sellers are coming in at 8 o'clock pushing the price down, then a lot of buyers are coming in at 9, 10, 11, whatever, pushing the price back up. So if you want to buy at good prices, you wait for the sellers to put the downward pressure. Boom, here it was 8:30. By 8:35 we had cratered. In 5 minutes we had cratered. Okay, 7:05, 9:43, a little bigger window here, right? Boom, this is where we're at now. So you could have sold at 8, or you could have bought at 8, or you could have waited, and at 9, almost 10, we're still down. Okay, I'm just trying to open up, because a lot of people are like, I buy every Friday, I buy every first. Hey, guess what? I buy every first. I buy immediately when I get the dividends, and I understand that we have the buying power in the account, and it's burning a hole in our virtual pocket, and we want to spend it, and we want to spend it now, because otherwise it's just sitting here. And what's it doing if it's sitting here? And I feel you on that. I'm a creature of habit as well. I like to spend it when I get it. But what I'm trying to point out is maybe we need to start holding that money for just a little bit and let the markets adjust and look to specifically target not just ex-dividend dates. Those are great. Keep targeting those. Excellent strategy. But also looking for stocks that have bigger valuations, that may have bigger volatility, and thus have bigger swings. NVDY doesn't really traditionally have that kind of volatility, but compared to these other stocks, it's more like Misty than any of the other stocks. In other words, it's because it's valued more, it has more room for the bigger swings, even though it's not as volatile as Misty. Okay, Ulti may be every bit as volatile as Misty, way more volatile than NVDY, but its price point is so low that the swings are still overall less. Okay, so NVDY, check on it in the mornings. Occasionally you'll get a good deal on the overnight, but even when you got the good deal on the overnight, had you waited, you would have got a better deal in the morning. And we know that because we just went over every day of the week, okay, seeing the price dip. All right, NVDY daily price dip happening at the end of pre-market, at the start of market. And if you get a pop-up instead, as I showed you like twice this week, that pop-up every time this week has been followed by a downward. Okay, every time this week. Does that mean this will happen forever? No, it's a stock market. Nothing happens forever. All I'm saying, all I'm stressing is there's a trend here that we can benefit from. If people want to sell at 8 in the morning for whatever reason, we can be here to let them push the price down and buy at 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay? Just be aware. NVDA, more than any other stock I've looked at from the yield maxes, for some weird reason, is doing this daily. And I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening with NVIDIA, with the underlying, that makes this kind of a thing. But there's something happening here where for some reason sellers congregate at 8 a.m. and just dump shares and lower the price. And we can be there to pick up those cheaper shares. So for my dollar cost average, or for my people that are always looking to use their money more efficiently, here's a current trend. If I had any buying power right now, I would be in on it. Okay? This is huge. and we'll see how long this trend happens. Now, at some point, we need the overall, like the 3-month and the year to date. Oh, sorry, that's portfolio. Like the 3-month and the year to date, we need it to go back green. We don't need it to keep going down, because then it doesn't matter that we bought here, because we're here, right? We're still losing. But we'd rather have bought it here than have bought it here. That's just simple to understand. Even if it's down here, we would have rather bought here than here. Super easy concept to understand. Yes, at some point we need NVDA to turn it around a little, start showing us some more of that green that it's been known for year to date. But right now, while it's going down, that's the time to buy. And we know the best time during the day to buy is when the pre-market closes and the market opens, somewhere in that 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.-ish window. Okay? Okay, that's it. It's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun. It's your boy, The Climb to One. Oh, I think I forgot. Please hit that like and subscribe. Signing off.